I'm Brett from MRT Performance, and in this video we're going to show you how we're actually testing the car on the dyno, and also some of the background information that you normally don't get to see on the dyno when we're actually tuning the factory ECU. So what we obviously use is the EVO tuning software, which allows us to convert the factory ECU into a fully adjustable one.
That a normal aftermarket ECU would have, only better because it's been custom designed for that particular car from scratch.
And we'll be able to show you some of the maps and accessibility features of what that
check
product
and see a cross-reference of what you've actually asked for.
With Ben, our tuner, he's going to be able to show us some of the features and benefits that you might not always see yourself, but from a tuner's point of view it's something that we see quite common. So Ben, what we're going to do is obviously a couple of runs on the dyno first. For people who are watching, why do we actually do more than one run in a what we call a pull or a power run?
When you're driving out in the street, you don't normally drive in one gear and then stop for a few minutes, so ideally what we try and do is do a couple of runs, make sure everything's got a lot of heat into it, make sure everything is basically treated as a worst case scenario, so that way you can basically replicate what people can do out on the road fairly accurately. The last thing you want to do is get it bang on for one run and then take the car off and go out on the road and find you end up with boost spikes or weird things.
What people don't realise is you might tune the car on the dyno and get it effectively 90 or 99% correct, but it's always out on the road that you have to, or commonly may make some small adjustments, because obviously that's the real world where it gets used.
Yeah, I mean, owners drive their car on the street, they don't drive in a dyno, so ideally we need to use the dyno as accurately as we can to replicate real world conditions. If we're using the dyno and not doing the runs for over a long enough duration, for argument's sake, I mean, if you try and do a fourth gear run and it only takes 5 or 6 seconds, well, if you compare that to you're out driving on the road and you then accelerate heavily in fourth gear on the road, you might find that to wind out through that gear might actually take you more like 12, 14, 15 seconds depending on the gear ratio.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to run the car up on the dyno and then show you on the video how the car performs on the Dynopack dyno, obviously being a hub dyno, not a roller dyno. And one of the things I want to point out is you'll notice just how quickly the wheels stop spinning when Ben finishes the end of the dyno run, which shows the difference in the inertia and the way the dyno calculates the torque and power. So stay. Ben?
We've basically just pulled a couple of dyno runs on this particular car. During the runs we've actually logged separate data from the factory ECU, and now we can go back to that ECU data and then reference that back against the actual map itself and make any changes that we need to.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to run the car up on the dyno and then show you on the video how the car performs on the dyno. Particular thing that you're going to focus on when you're doing the dyno run there?
At this particular point, given the car is still mostly tuned, there's just be a couple of minor touch-up things, just final checks of air fuel ratios, boosts, those sorts of things, nothing really serious other than that.
So obviously this is our final run to make sure everything's working properly after we've converted the ECU to an adjustable one, and you'll see. So what we've now done, you've seen the results of the tuning of the car. We've shown you how to convert the factory ECU into an adjustable ECU using obviously the fantastic EVO tuning software, which we've been using for a long time. The next step, what we're going to do is to take the car back off the dyno and take it out on the road, because as we commented earlier on, the big difference between what's in here and what's out on the road is real world conditions. This is obviously the perfect environment for testing and tuning and data logging, but it's not the way the car gets used at the track on the road. We do our best to replicate real world conditions in this dyno room, whereas when we go out on the road we then got to test it in the real world, accelerating in third, fourth gear, cruise, light throttle control, and in extreme situations we'll actually put the car on the freeway, as in the case of some of our early cars when we're testing them and the model R&D. We'll take the car for a drive of maybe 50 or 100 kilometres out on the freeway and do some fine tuning in light throttle conditions around 100 kilometres an hour, 110, and then obviously what we will do then is back it up with some testing at the track. So obviously you can learn a lot more information about this technology and find out more about MRT Performance at our website, mrtperformance.com.au, and stay tuned for the next series of videos which will bring you some more information as we learn it. And remember, the benefit to you is you'll learn as we learn, because we want to teach you the benefits of how you can take advantage of your car. Thanks for watching.